Hello and welcome to Tech Talk Thursday. My name is Ray, and in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be guiding you on how to use the switch activity within Azure Synapse Analytics. The switch activity provides the same functionality that a switch statement provides in programming languages. It's going to evaluate a set of activities corresponding to a case that matches the condition evaluation. This guide is going to be great for those of you wondering how you can evaluate conditions during your execution of pipelines. So we're going to navigate over to Synapse Studio. I'm going to just open it up. And we're going to navigate to pipelines. And I'm just going to create a brand new pipeline for this. You're going to be able to find the switch statement or switch activity under iterations and conditionals. We're just going to drag the switch statement over here. We can give this a name. We'll call this demo switch. And then we'll navigate over to the activities tab. So it's going to ask me for an expression, and here's where we can add our cases. So I'm just going to add 3 cases here. And one thing to note, that is if you hover over case, it's going to tell you that if no evaluation is found, it's going to run this default activity. And note that you can't delete this, so this is always going to be here. And let's go ahead and configure these cases to do something. Right, so we're going to keep this very high level and very simple. What I'm going to do is for case 1, we're just going to bring over a very simple wait activity. And we'll give it a name of case 1 so that we can see it within our execution. We'll do the exact same thing for case 2. We'll bring in another wait activity. We'll call this case 2. And then lastly, we'll do the same thing for case 3. So let's give that a name. Excellent. So now that we've configured this, then the only thing that's left to do is pass in an expression, right? So remember that the expression is going to match the case, and then it will execute whatever case that it matches on. Unless it doesn't find anything, it will run the default. So this is case sensitive, so just keep that in mind as you're troubleshooting. So I'm going to pass in case 3, just so we can see what's happening after we run the switch statement, right? So as I'm running this, what you're going to see is during the execution, the evaluation condition matched what my case was here for case 3. So if we look again, case 3 was the one that was executed. So it didn't go to default, didn't go to case 1 or 2. It found that match on case 3. Again, if I really want to drive the point home here, right, if I want to pass in case 1, let's go ahead and hit debug. And you can see that we've done the case 1 execution. And the last thing that I want to do is, let's just imagine that I accidentally didn't get the casing properly set up initially, and I just passed in case 1. We should see that now it's going to run nothing, or it's going to run that default switch statement, which contains nothing. So nothing happened. It just ran through the evaluation. It didn't find anything, so it did go off of the default, which doesn't have any activities. So this is going to be a great option to use, again, if you need to evaluate what pipelines to run or what scripts to run during the execution of a pipeline at runtime, right? Oftentimes we find that our data changes and we want to run something else based on that data. So this is going to be a great way to do that. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in to today's Tech Talk. I hope you learned of something of value today. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next one.